Hi guys and welcome to my channel XOEd. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you my go-to makeup look, and I've been literally wearing this for the last 4 weeks. This tutorial is going to be a little bit different to my last ones because I'm actually going to be speaking in it, and I'm sorry it gets a little bit weird because I haven't really ever spoken in a whole makeup video tutorial. So I hope you like it either way. I'm just getting a hold of the ropes, learning how to do this YouTube thing, so please bear with me and I hope you do like this video. Let's just get straight into it. This is the look at the moment, so it's kind of like an orangey browny kind of look in the eyes, and then just like a nude kind of peachy pink lip, and just a kind of a bronzy makeup look. So let's just get straight into it. I'm going to start off my tutorial by actually priming my face with this Olay Total Effects Pore Minimize Me. Wait, did I just say minimize me? Oh.
Total Effects Pore Minimize Me.
Oh, Pore Minimizing CC cream. And it's just something new that I've bought and I've not actually tried it on yet. So this will be interesting to try. So I'm going to start with that. Place that all over my face just to prime my face. I've not tried this before, so it's going to be interesting to try this out for the first time. Okay, so I've just put that all over my face. My face feels kind of smooth. Now this one does have sunscreen in it, SPF 15, so I don't know how this is going to go, if it's going to make me shiny or not, but so far it seems okay. I'll have to just kind of wear it to see how it actually wears, because this is the first time I've used it. So I always start with my eyes, but first I like to prime my eyes with one of my favourite concealers, which is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm just going to put that on my eyelids just because I do get a bit of discoloration. Sometimes I actually just like to put it on the back of my hand, just like that, and then I'll use a brush to put it on my eyelids. So let's do that. And sorry if I'm really concentrating to do this because I'm trying to look in the mirror.
That's what I figured.
Siri! Thought I was talking to you. I don't think so. I would like to start with my eyes. I know some people do it the opposite way, where they start with their foundation first and then they go into the eyes, but I found this is the easiest way because I know when I do my eyeshadow, I am a little bit messy with it sometimes, and it does go underneath my eye. I know you can get those little eye shields and stuff, but I just find it easier if you do the eyes first, and if there's anything, any of the eyeshadow underneath the eyes, then you can just wipe that off. And then you can put your foundation over the top instead of having done your foundation and then getting stuff underneath the eye. That's just the way I like to do it, but you can do it whatever way you like. There's no rules really. When you're doing makeup, it's really what you like. So I'm just doing the other eye now. And this is my first talk over video, so it's a bit weird for me to be talking over while doing my makeup. So sorry if I'm like being a bit weird or anything. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of set it with a bit of eyeshadow. I love this Carly Bible palette. So as you can see, oh, it's a little bit dirty, and the worst thing happened the other day. I actually dropped it and I was so devastated because look at this, guys. Oh, but I drop it again. I lost that highlighter and that highlighter. So that is just not cool at all. But lucky for me, these two middle ones are my favourite ones. So thank God I didn't lose my favourite ones. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to set that concealer with that white cream kind of colour, the one that I just showed you. I'm just going to put that on my eye. This is actually a really good base colour, I think, for starting your eyeshadow. Applies really nicely. Now it does look a little bit light on camera, but that's okay because we are going to be putting eyeshadow, darker eyeshadow on this anyway. Okay, so I've just got a bit of sticky tape. I'm just going to put that next to my eye. Excuse my chipped nails. I painted them yesterday, and this nail polish clearly wasn't the greatest because it's already chipped. Now this is an eye look that I have been like literally going to almost every single day. Okay, so what I do is I start off actually with my Chi Chi palette, and I start off with just the orange color. I love this orange color in here, and I actually dropped this Chi Chi palette as well and I broke that, so I have not had very good luck lately with keeping things in one piece. So pray for me, guys. I'm gonna use that orange shade. See how light I'm going with that? Just super light, just making like a bit of a line in the crease. Okay, so I've just zoomed up so you can see a little bit better. So I'm just gonna start super light. And this tape is obviously just there to make it a little bit more sharper. And I like to actually go like with little circle motions. I don't know, I just feel like that blends it in way better than just going like up and down. I like doing these little circle motions until you get the right blend that you like. So this is starting to look pretty good for me. And soon I'm going to go and get that darker color, which I'll show you what I use in a minute. And I'm placing that on. This is quite a bit of a dramatic look, I would say, but it's something that I really like and it's like kind of super easy to do. Cool, so you've just got that blended out into your eye. Now what we're gonna do, I'll do this eye first and then I'll move on to the next eye. Okay, so with this actually flat brush that I've got here, I'm going to be using, now it's on the same Chi Chi palette. It's kind of like a dark brown color. So if I can open it up, there we go. So it will just be this color here, so a bit of that. I'm just gonna start a little and then we're going to blend that out further. I don't know if you're able to see this on camera, but oh my gosh, that's Bella barking in the background. That's my dog. And then we will have to actually use that other brush that we used to put the orange down to blend the two together. Deepen that colour up a bit more and kind of blend the two together. Look a bit silly with this tape, but I feel like the colours look pretty nice. So all I have to do now is I'm going to kind of make it a little bit darker on my top lash line before I go ahead and do this other one. So what I'll do there is I just like to grab a little slanted, I like to grab this slanted brush, and it's actually an E12 brow eye definer brush. Look at that, guys, I've got the name for it. And it's by, oh, can you see that? It's not really focusing. So it's this E12 brow eye definer brush, and it is by Manicare. So what you're going to do with that, or what I'm going to do with that to show you, is we're going to dip that in the same Chi Chi palette into this dark brown. Okay, so just the top of the eyelash if I don't knock anything over. Okay, let's try this. Far so good. This is just going to give your eyelashes a bit more like thickness and your eyes that little bit of a darker feel before you put your eyeliner on, okay? And then we'll be moving on to putting on eyeliner. But right now we're just I'm gonna finish off doing this other eye. Okay, so I've done both of my eyes now, and I'm going to take this tape off. So you've got a nice shadow line there, and then a nice shadow line on that side. I'm just going to swipe away the fallout from underneath my eyes, just under here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the eyeliner. This eyeliner I'm going to use here is actually really good. So if you did want a really good drugstore eyeliner, now this is just my personal opinion of course, but I really enjoy, oh I just hit my lip. I really enjoy using this small Master Precise skinny liner. You can just get really into like the eye, and also it's really nice and dark, so that's awesome. I don't know if you can see that, but see how that's just made that eyeshadow look a little bit more prominent and more nicer. See? Cool, so we're going to do that on the other side as well. So you're just going to start at the beginning of your eye. And you're just going to draw all the way to the end. Because of my eye shape, I have to kind of pull my eye a little bit to make it a little bit easier for me to draw on. So if you're wondering why I'm doing that, that's why. This one's like a lot darker. So we're going to do the same thing to the other eye. Now guys, I'm so sorry that this talk over tutorial is a bit weird. Like I said, this is my first talk over tutorial and I'm not used to talking to the camera like this, so it's like really weird. But anyway, hopefully just you can bear with me. So let's do the other side. I like to use this kind of purpley shade, so I'm just going to grab a bit of that. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do now, we've done a bit of the under eye shading. And don't worry, this will look better once you've got your foundation on. So what we're going to do is we're going to give ourselves a bit of a wing. Now this is what I've been loving to use at the moment. It is drugstore and it is called the Master Precise Liquid Liner. This is pretty good. I've bought it maybe 2 or 3 times now. So obviously when you buy something again, you know that you kind of like it. So I feel like this is pretty good. It just has like a little tip like that. See how we've got the line there from eyeshadow? We're just going to kind of follow that up. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're just going to again just follow it up until it gets a little bit thicker. Okay, so we've done the wing. That is as good as it's going to get for now. Now we're going to do the other side, so just bear with me while I do that. Just do a little bit like a triangle underneath the eye, the other eye. I'm going to put my foundation on now. This is interesting what I've been doing with this because I really like the way that I mix these two together. So I've got a Marc Jacobs in 36 Beige Golden Remarkable, and I mix this together. Now this works just fine on its own if you didn't want to go and spend that much money for this foundation, because I think it is quite dear, but you don't need to use a lot of this, which is awesome. Like literally 1 to 2 dots is enough. And I'll just show you how much I put on my hand there. So I just grab a little bit of this matte poreless one. This is the little applicator for this Marc Jacobs one, and I literally like 1, 2, sometimes I will go 3, but I'll just use 2 to mix that together. So if you can see that, I'll just mix that on my hand. And if I was just to use the Marc Jacobs one alone, I would only need like 3 probably little dots. And that's how much like it's kind of made. I just like to dab it around first before I use a brush. But overall, I do really like that Marc Jacobs one, and I like it especially when I mix it in with that drugstore one. I don't know why, but I feel like it just works better for me. I'm just going to go around in little circular motions and just blend that foundation in. So that's basically what I do for foundation. I'm going to start off. Now these ones are slightly warm for my face, but I can get away with it. So I'm going to use this one for my contour. Tap it off. And then I'm going to start up the top of my nose to kind of define it more. So I'm going to start here. See if I can go in front on with this. Just very lightly. Go on the other side. Now it's okay, this is going to look pretty strong on camera, but we will blend it out, so don't freak out. Now what I personally like to do to make my nose look kind of like, because I've got a button nose as you can see, I like to kind of make my nose look a little bit like it goes up. So what I do, I actually go underneath my nose to give it a little bit of shadow. So if you can see what I'm doing here, I kind of go into like, oh, it's a fluff thing on there. I kind of go, oh, it's making my nose itch. Sorry. I kind of go in a little bit of like a diagonal kind of way. Can you see what I just did there? Like I just diagonally go like that, and that kind of just gives my nose that kind of uplifted shape. Well, I feel like it does anyway. Everyone's got their own personal way they like to contour, way that they think their nose looks best. So I'm just gonna go over with that, and don't worry, again, it is looking quite dark, but we will blend it out. And then what I do, brush off the harsh lines. This is one that I usually use with banana powder. So just brush kind of those lines out so it doesn't look as harsh. So that's one side of my contour. Okay, so that's that side. I'm going to do my other side. I don't usually contour my my cheeks that often. I do my nose, but not really my cheeks that much, just when I feel like I want to. So what I'm going to do now though is I'm going to use what's left in my little banana powder, and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes. It's going to kind of set my foundation. Let's put a bit under that eye. Oh, not that colour. Under the other eye. I really do love this banana powder, it's great. Under my chin, on my chin, underneath my lips. I'm gonna bronze with that same palette. I'm just using this colour Next Door, and I'm going to be using this big fluffy brush. I'm just gonna pat that a couple times, see a bit of product on there, and then just tap that off. And then I'm just going to start underneath my neck. And just kind of bronze my whole face. Cool. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit on our cheeks. So I like to use, this is the highlighter palette that I've been using for like ages. I just got it from H&M when I was over in England. And it looks like this. You've probably seen this in my other videos if you've watched any. I'm just going to start with this orange blush first, and I'm just going to like kind of just do little dabs on the other side. So the good thing about this brush being so small though is you can really get to the lash root and like kind of give it a jiggle and make it longer. Whereas some brushes where their brush is too thick, it's hard to do that with. Okay, so that is what the mascara looks like on the top. Cool, so I've done my top lashes. You can see that is what they look like. And I'm gonna do my bottom lashes very soon. That's the eyeshadow look. I'm glad I got this on sale. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh my gosh, it's amazing, I have to buy this again. But it's like, it works. So, I'm not complaining. Today I'm going to kind of go for like more of a natural nude, just like a plain lip. So I actually even just like to use this on its own without having to put the liquid lipstick on, because this still does actually last surprisingly on its own during the day. I'm not as good as obviously the liquid lipstick, but it does a pretty good job. Is this Master Fix by Face Studio Wear Boosting Setting Spray, and I just like to set everything in. I know some people go over with powders and stuff, and I actually do every now and again go over with powders, but this is the way I like to do my face most of the time. I'm just going to spray that and seal it all in. Tap that off a little bit, and then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dab a little bit on my cheeks. Probably need a bit more. So you can see that nice glow. Just tap that so that doesn't look too crazy. And then just a little bit on the Cupid's bow. So I've gone ahead and I've put on these lashes. These lashes are from Glam by Manicure, and they are actually in Olivia. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you'd like to show your support, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video, or comment down below. I'm looking forward to growing this channel and becoming more consistent. It's going to be a bit of a journey, but I will get there. And yes, thank you once again, and I will see you in my next video.